there! So today we have another review, and this is one of the beers from the recent Count release that we did at Ellipsis. This is already pulled, I'm already pulled over, which is actually a little, a decent amount of words. It's a little bit annoying to write on crawlers all the time, but it is what it is. Sorry, that's a silly comment, or silly complaint, yeah. It is what it is. But this is, first off, what is it? It's a raspberry vanilla Gose, and right meow, yeah. I guess Super Troopers are friends with the cats. People love this stuff, by the way. Really cool when a brewery can like attach art to sort of like attract customers and they sort of enjoy the art of the label and that fun stuff. Other house good example, KCBC, you know, KCBC with those like cartoony kind of arts kind of thing, like similar to this. So people love that stuff. So really fun when people can attach like your art to a label, so, or your brewery to label and art and all that fun stuff. So anyway, talking. Beer is bright, kind of pinkish red. What is that? It's not even ruby. It's like pinkish red. Yeah, pinkish red. Large bubble head on there. Slight pink head on that. Cotton candy pink. Yeah. Ooh, a lot of fresh raspberry notes. It's a very seedy, you know, that same kind of like raspberry note that you get in a lot of kind of like Berliners or sours or whatever, kettle sours. Yeah. A little bit of like sweetness underneath it too, so I guess that's the vanilla coming in. Quite nice. It's got a little bit of that kind of confectionery kind of desserty kind of raspberry tart or raspberry dessert note. You know, like a raspberry tart. Yeah, there you go. You know, a little bit of bread crust and that kind of like a little cream and filling. On palate. Oh yeah, this beer is nice and tart. The base beer is actually quite acidic or quite sour, but then we play around with it. So some of the sours that we actually have are actually a little bit sweet because of how much sugar is added to it. But this beer rides quite tart and refreshing. Not really much of that jammy kind of raspberry note. Instead, it's just like mostly just like as if like the acidity of just only eating the seeds, almost as if the flesh was all gone. There's pulpy kind of like raspberry note to it. The back sweetening of the vanilla, which is not actual sweetness, but impression sweetness, plays into a little bit of this kind of like marshmallowy kind of like vanilla / cotton candy kind of thing going on, yeah. And then maybe just a little bit of snap of salinity on the back end really like seals everything up without a noticeable, you know, it's one of those things where it's gorgeous where like the salinity is not, or the salt is really not noticeable unless someone tells you, you know, sort of, a little bit of salt on some chocolate, a little bit of salt on a dessert, a little bit, you know, like it's one of those things that really seals up and rounds out flavors and bumps up and makes things shine a little bit versus like, oh wow, this is salty, you know, like there you go. A good example would be just like salt rim on a margarita, which in my mind is gross. Have just a little bit of salinity in the margarita when you make it. Clean, fresh, tart. You know, it's not, yeah, again, it's the essence of raspberry and a lot of, it's got a good amount of raspberry, and let's not joke here, but it's not jammy at all. And it's got a little bit of this kind of just like sweet kind of confectionery kind of like marshmallow kind of thing with the vanilla addition, but just a hint of it. Quite nice. I think it's actually one of our better sours that we've made. Nice. 89, Ellipsis right meow. Until next time, guys, cheers. Later.